You are here because the outside world rejects you. This is your family.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Turtles Updates video, where we talk about some of the smaller TMNT news stories that have popped up over the past few weeks and put them all together in one video. We have some video game news, some action figure news, and a bunch of cool stuff to discuss today, so let's waste no more time and go ahead and jump right on in. Alright, story number one, it looks like we're going to be getting a new Ninja Turtles AAA video game next year. For those of you who aren't really into gaming, AAA pretty much just means high budget, high profile games. I know a lot of fans have been clamoring for an open world style Ninja Turtles game. Maybe we're finally going to be getting something like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at where this is coming from. Alright, so this is coming from September's issue of Toy World magazine, and on page 170, over on the last paragraph of Paramount Consumer Products and Experiences, you can see it says, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are back with a new look and new movie. And they are talking about the Seth Rogen movie, by the way. Then it says, Paramount will be launching an extensive new range of action figures and plans to expand further at the back end of the year. Alright, so they're talking about the new line of action figures for the movie, I believe. And then when it mentions plans to expand further at the back end of the year, maybe they're talking about more action figures, maybe having to do with those direct to Paramount Plus Ninja Turtles movies that they had announced earlier this year that'll come out after the Rogen movie. I believe that could be what they're talking about here, although we're just speculating. Let's keep reading. It says, collectors have been served by nostalgic gaming releases, including an already launched new retro-themed game, Shredder's Revenge. And then it says Paramount is also planning a remaster of Konami's The Cowabunga Collection at the end of the year, which both of those games have come out already. But and then here at the end it says, and will launch a brand new original AAA game in 2023. So yeah, to me it just makes sense that it would be the Rogen Turtles. Hopefully we do get some type of open world game with them. We'll keep our eye on this one as more details come out, but that's all we have for now. Let's move on over to the next story. Alright, speaking of video games, this next one's a fun one. I saw it over here on GameSpot.com, and you can see it says, Rad Marvel's Spider-Man PC mod lets you play as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And you can see it says, Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered on PC has become a hub for unexpected mods that transform the wall crawler into everyone, from his co-creator Stan Lee to the burial plot of Uncle Ben. And then it says, a new mod changes Spider-Man once again, but this time into New York's other iconic half-shell heroes, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It says, created by Space Dasher, the mod allows you to play as any of the four brothers, Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, or Donatello, as you raise some shell in New York. It says, for extra authenticity, play one of the missions set in the New York City sewer system, or try out a stealth mission, such as a Kingpin hideout challenge, and gaze at how well the Ninja Turtles fit into Spider-Man's world. And then it has a video here of some of that gameplay. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, this next one's really cool and thought you guys would want to check it out. This is coming over here from the Twitter page of Johnny Likens, who is a director, designer, and animator. If you look over on his website, you could see stuff from Eternals, Deadpool 2, and a lot of other projects, but he recently posted something up here on his Twitter that is freaking amazing. I think it's just something he did for fun. I don't think it's anything like for an official Turtles project. Must be a fan of the Turtles, and you can see the caption there. It says, nobody puts Donnie in a corner, and the clip speaks for itself, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comments. Man, that looks so cool. Love the way he did Donatello there. I wonder if he's going to do the rest of the Turtles. This is totally what they should do with like live action Turtles. Bringing those 90s designs into today's day and age, I feel like would be a massive hit. But yeah, there's not much more on this one. Just the post of that clip. I thought that was super cool. All right, let's move on over to the next story. All right, this next one's coming over here from the Click This, the Kevin Nash podcast. For those who don't know, Kevin Nash is the wrestler that played Super Shredder in Secret of the Ooze. And recently on his podcast, Nash was asked how he got cast as the Super Shredder. And I don't think I've ever heard this story before. Take a look at what he says.
How do you get the call for this?
This is insane. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm walking out of the out of the ring, and I hear somebody yelling, Nash, Nash. And this is before internet and all that. And I'm like, the f can I look? There's these two guys over there, and one of them's got a card in his hand. So I walk over, it says Carico Studios. The guy says, hey, would you be interested in playing Super Shredder on the Ninja Turtles movie? And I'm like, yeah. Okay, I said, like, yeah, I'm looking at it. It's a card. I mean, I said, okay. He goes, is there any way we could do a head mold of you right now? I'm like, what?
Right there.
I mean, they wanted to, I went to a Holiday Inn. They stuck 2 straws up my nose and did a cast on my head.
So no read, no audition, nothing.
Nothing.
Guy came up to you at a wrestling show.
What I heard was that Kevin Paul, I believe that's his name, whoever played the Predator, whoever played Harry and the Hendersons, he passed. And they had already started making the Super Shredder costume. And they needed somebody that was close to 7 feet. And at that point, they had me listed as 7 feet. So when they saw me on TV, they saw I was coming in the area. So they sent those guys out to look at me. So
That's crazy.
All right, let's move on over to some action figures. Here are some figures that we haven't talked about yet here on the channel that have recently been revealed, and we'll just kind of go through them real quick. These over here are coming from the Funko official Twitter page, and you can see it says 2022 New York Comic Con reveals Pop Vinyl, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Mikey as the Yellow Ranger, and Raphael as the Red Ranger. So we hadn't seen these figures before. We did see the Donatello and Leonardo pops from this Power Rangers Ninja Turtles crossover back at San Diego Comic Con, and now we just got this reveal of the other 2 turtles. So that's pretty cool. I bet we'll get Green Ranger Shredder at some point. But all right, let's move on to the next figure story. Here we have this one that came out a while back, but we never talked about it here on the channel yet. And that was the Wave 8 of the Super 7 Ninja Turtles figures. And on this one, we had Space Cadet Raphael, Shredder, which is a different version of Shredder than they previously released, Robotic Rocksteady, and Genghis Frog. Unfortunately, it looks like the pre-orders are closed, but I have seen them available on other websites. But yeah, we hadn't talked about those yet.
We can't do this alone. This is a call to all mutants everywhere. We need your help. The cavalry is here! We're here for truth. We're here for justice. We're here for Malcolm X.
All right, there you saw it. It looks like the turtles are coming to Knockout City. For those who don't know, Knockout City is a video game where you play against other teams. It's kind of like dodgeball, but you get to run around a map, finding other players and trying to hit them. And yeah, it looks like the turtle characters are coming to the game. And they went with these designs here, which kind of look like the 87 designs. And this begins September 20th. So as of this recording, this is already out if you're interested. But yeah, I thought you guys would want to see that. Let's move on over to the next story. All right, last story here, we have New York Comic Con right around the corner, and it does look like there are going to be a couple different Ninja Turtles panels. First up, we have TMNT Secrets of the Last Ronin and the Armageddon game. That's going to be on Friday, October 7th at 4:45 p.m. And you can see the description there. It says, with the critically acclaimed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin having reached its senses-shattering conclusion, fans have been left reeling with one burning question: what's next? Join TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman, Tom Waltz, and Ben Bishop as they tease December's debut of The Lost Years. For those who don't know, The Lost Years is that Last Ronin spin-off comic that they announced at the San Diego Comic Con. And as they say right there, this will debut in December. And from what we've heard, we'll focus on the time period where Michelangelo finds out about his family's death and the time he spends abroad. They've also teased that some of the story will take place in the Last Ronin present time with 4 new turtles, the 4 baby turtles that we saw at the end of the Last Ronin. So there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. Next, it says also learn more about IDW's beloved ongoing series, the expansive Armageddon game crossover, and the nostalgic Saturday morning adventures. One of the big ones here is the Armageddon game, which does start at the end of the month here. This is an 8-part event for the ongoing IDW Ninja Turtles. I will be covering this. I'll leave a link down below in the comments of a video I just did, giving you everything you need to know going into this Armageddon game. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be an interesting panel. I wonder what teases and reveals we'll get from it. It would be wild if we get a reveal of those 4 new turtles and their names. I'll keep my eye on this one. Anything that comes out of it, we'll go ahead and cover here. And next, the other Ninja Turtles panel will be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from comic book to screen, and this will be on Saturday at 12:15 p.m. And you can see the description there. It says, "The miracle up and downs on how we, screenwriter Bobby Herbick and producer Kim Dawson, got the first TMNT film made against all odds in a host of no interested studio pitch sessions and the critics' negative reviews calling it a one-trick pony. Here we are 32 years later, as an ever-growing fan base continues to mutate. Cowabunga dudes and dudettes." So this is going to be a panel talking about the original 1990 movie with the writer and the producer. I will be hosting this one, so if any of you guys are on the East Coast and want to come check this out, we'd be glad to have you there. I believe we will have a guest as well. I'll post more about that soon. But that does it for the updates. Thank you everybody for checking this out. I hope you enjoyed it. So much turtle stuff coming. Can't wait for the Armageddon game to kick off. That's going to be a fun one to cover. Also, the Seth Rogen Ninja Turtles movie should start putting out stuff here pretty soon. We're less than a year away from that movie coming out, so anything that comes out on it, we'll go ahead and cover here, as well as that video game that they said that was coming. We'll go ahead and cover anything that drops on that as well. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Follow on all the social medias. Links are in the description, and I will see you guys in a little bit with another video. Take care.